Hey guys, how's it going? So today I am going to review Let's Build a Zoo. Now, usually with my reviews, I play an hour or two of a game and I give you my final opinions on the game at the end of the video. But to be honest with you, I am not even going to screw around with this game. I've already made up my opinion on this game. I can already tell you that, in my opinion, this game is probably the best game I've played in years, and certainly it is the best management game that I've ever played. Now, by management game, I mean like zoo-tycoon or roller coaster tycoon, or what else? Jurassic World Evolution, where you also make a zoo like this. This game surpasses all of those games, hands down. It doesn't look as good, obviously, as zoo-tycoon or Jurassic World Evolution. Those games look much better than this game. Also like City Skylines, even though City Skylines is more of a city management game, whereas this is a tycoon game where you obviously build a zoo. So this game is easily better than all of those games in each and every aspect possible, except graphically. I can say, obviously, due to the pixel graphics, the game is not as pretty as those games. But that's not to say that games that have pixel graphics like this one does are worse than those games that have obviously quote-unquote good graphics, that are graphically more intensive, I guess I could say, like City Skylines and all of those. You can certainly say that this game is also graphically very pretty, but it is pixel graphics, obviously. Now, some people don't like pixel graphics. I personally don't like pixel graphics. I prefer a game to look good, like City Skylines, zoo-tycoon, Planet Coaster, any of those types of games. I'm just trying to think here. I needed to do something. I can't remember what. I need to think a bit about what it was that I wanted to do. You obviously get games like Undertale, for instance, that is considered by many to be one of the best games ever made. I personally don't like Undertale. I don't like that kind of game, but you can't argue that Undertale is a very good game. Even if you don't like the play style of the game, Undertale certainly is a well-crafted game, and yeah, you really can't knock a game or consider a game bad simply due to the fact that it doesn't look as good as Cyberpunk or Witcher 3 or Far Cry 6 or anything like that, you know? So anyway, the game is, as I said, basically fantastic, basically flawless in my opinion. There's here or there things that certainly can be improved. As of the time of me recording this video, the game isn't even released yet, so obviously there's stuff that down the line the devs can and are going to improve upon. So basically, as I said, usually I tell you guys my opinion of the game at the end of my videos, but to be honest, I've played more than enough of this game in order for my opinion to be well and solidly confirmed, in my opinion. So to be honest, the game is $20. The game is fantastic, in my opinion. If you like these types of games, like zoo managers or building games, then just go buy the game, play the game. It's a absolutely fantastic game. Otherwise, if you want to watch me play the game for the next 2 whatever hours, then by all means, keep on watching. I'm gonna give you my running commentary on the game, tell you what I think is good about the game and what I think is bad about the game, even though there's not a lot that I think is bad about the game, to be completely honest with you. The game uses a research system. So if you go here at the top, you can research stuff and you get research points that obviously take a while to build up. You put employees, you get different employees, and you put your researcher employees into a researcher's hut and they generate research points for you, and you then can spend the research points on different stuff to unlock. Now, I'm not sure how big this map, I guess I could say, is, but if it goes all the way to here, then that is going to be absolutely insane. I mean, you can think already I'm like maybe, I would say, 5 or 6 hours into this playthrough, and this is how far I've gotten. So if you take that as 5 or 6 hours, that this area will be another 5 hours, this area another 5 hours, here another 5 hours. So at the end of the day, you're going to be spending 30, 40, 50 hours just to unlock all of the buildings in the game. This is basically all different buildings. You start out with just this middle part, 1, 2, 3, 4, just with that middle part. And this is how far I've gotten now with my research. So there's a gigantic amount of stuff to research on every sandbox playthrough. It's basically a sandbox game, just like Roller Coaster Tycoon or any of those other games. You're basically playing a sandbox and you just see how big you can get your zoo. So there's a giant amount of space available, like really a huge amount of space available that you can expand your base on. And the same as in City Skylines and a bunch of other games, for instance, you can unlock more spaces, or you can purchase more spaces, and each time that you purchase a new space, the price increases. So right now it costs $20,000 for me to unlock the next space, and it will be 25, 30, 35, 40, and so on and so forth. But as your zoo grows, so does the speed at which you can make money. So it all really balances out at the end of the day. One thing that I really like about this game over, for instance, what's that other game? Planet Zoo? Or Zoo-Tycoon? I think it's Zoo-Tycoon. One thing that I really like about this game over Zoo-Tycoon is the fact that in Zoo-Tycoon they have a completely arbitrary rating or amount of animals that you can have in a specific enclosure. So you can only have 2 alligators in an enclosure, for instance. If you have 3 alligators or more, then they start to get unhappy, which is complete bullshit, you know, if you think about it logically. That is one place where this game does not give a fuck about population limits or anything like that, as it is in real life. In real life, you can have 100 rabbits or 100 duck or 100 fucking whatever monkeys in a space. As long as the space is large enough, the animals will be happy. So that is how it works in this game. There is a requirement, like a enclosure capacity, and as long as you give the animals enough space, enough capacity in the enclosure to roam about, then they will be absolutely happy. And that is one thing that I really like about this game, and one thing that I hated about Zoo Tycoon is the fact that you can only like put 6 monkeys or 8 monkeys in an enclosure, and if you put more than that in an enclosure, then they start hating you. So that's complete bullshit, and it's one thing that this game really improved upon. So this is the place where you get your quests. You basically have a bunch of quests that you can do. You get rewards. It's not always money that you get. Sometimes you get like different effects and stuff like that for doing the quests. All of these chilies that are over some of the people's heads come from my burger places. You can actually add spiciness to certain foods, and you can add MSG to certain foods as well, which will encourage the patrons in your zoo to drink more beverages. It will make them more thirsty. Also, salty pretzels will make them seek out more drinks as well. But you can't push it too far, because if they get too thirsty, then they will simply leave your zoo. So you really need to limit it and all of that. I can give you a little bit of a rundown on my zoo. I just want to make 100% sure that I'm not missing anything. That seems fine. That seems fine. There's certain things that you have to do each and every day. Basically, my zoo stays open until 8 p.m. and then the next day starts. So I just want to make sure that I've done everything. You basically have to run through a mental checklist of all of the stuff that you needed to do. Basically, the most important thing that you need to do is buy all of the animals from the animal shelter. But that's something that I very rarely forget to do, to be honest. I think everything else is fine. I don't think I'm forgetting anything really. I unlocked something recently. I just want to see here. Yeah, that's fine. I have all of those. That seems fine. Basically the same as in most of these types of zoo management games. Your zoo has an appeal rating. In this case, it is called park rating. And you get that from having a bunch of different animals. So there you can see a breakdown of the different animals that we have and the variants of different animals. Not just the quantity of animals, you also get different variants of the animals. So you get, for instance, here you can see I have a bunch of different snakes. So all of them are snakes, but they are different variants of snakes. You start out with just a single variant, like a single green snake, and you can then crossbreed the different snakes. I can actually show you over here. You get different types. So it starts with a green snake, then it becomes a brown one, then a coral snake, then like a strange brownish snake, and then like a greenish coral snake. And then you get like different mutations on top of that variant, which gives you a blue snake, black snake, a greenish red snake, a yellow snake, and then a red orange snake. And then once you've gotten all of the different variants of that specific animal, you can then splice that animal with another animal. So you get that for each and every different animal in the game, and you can trust me, there are a lot of different animals. Let me have a look here. Where or how exactly can I show you all of the different animals? I just want to have a look here. How can I show you guys? Let's have a look here. Nope. What about over here? Nope, I can't show you right now, I don't think, but you get a lot of different animals. Like really, you get bears, donkeys, horses, lions, ducks, pigs, capybaras, hyenas, rabbits, like snakes, geese. You get like a lot, like 50 or more different types of animals, and then on each of those 50 types of animals, porcupines as well, you get different variants of that animal. So here's the porcupines, and I currently have the normal porcupine, the brown one, and the black one, and then an orange black one, and then you get two more that I haven't discovered yet, and then you get the mutant variant of 5 of them that I haven't discovered yet. So you get 50 or more different species, and then you get 10 variants of each of those species. So that's already 500 different animals. And then you can come here to the gene splicer to splice the different animals together. So currently I'm splicing a snake with a duck, and that either gives you a snakoose, which is a duck, a goose and a snake together. That gives you a snakoose, and you get different types of snakooses as well. This is a snakoose with a brown body and a white head, and this is a snakoose with a black body and a brown head. And then you also over here somewhere, let me just have a look here if I can spot him quickly over here. You also get a goosake, a goosake. So this goosake has a white body and a yellow snake head. You can see the snake tongue there. So on top of that, 500 or more different variants. You can splice each and every one of those variants. So on the Steam page of this game, they say you can have 300,000 different combinations of animals. And I actually believe them. So you get the idea. There's a lot of different animals and different variants and mutations of animals that you can have in this game. So that's one thing that I've really never seen before. Like Jurassic World Evolution, which is a very good game. I've completed Jurassic World Evolution. I have about 200 hours in Jurassic World Evolution. Jurassic World Evolution kind of touches on that, where you can splice different dinosaurs together. But I mean, this game just takes it to a whole other fucking level. I mean, where Jurassic World Evolution just kind of dipped its toe into the splicing mechanic. This game jumped fucking head first into the sea of mutations, you could say. It's like a really, this game does not fuck around with the mutation mechanic, and I really like it, to be honest. It's a really it just gives you so much to do. I mean, I've now been playing this playthrough for 6 hours or so, and I haven't even unlocked, like, basically close to anything. Like, here you can see all of the different animals: lions, elephants, flamingos, monkeys, deer, giraffes, owls, alligators, ostriches, camels. Like, just really, there's about 50. In fact, let me see, 8 times 7. So what's that? 8 times 7. Come on, brain. That's 56. 56, right? 56, 54, 56. I think it's 56 different animals. And then of each of those 56 different animals, you get 10 variants of each of those. So that's 560 different variants. And then each one of those variants you can mutate and crossbreed with each other. So I mean, really, them saying 300,000 different species or variants, mutations, whatever you want to call it, on the Steam page, it's probably true, to be honest. And that's just something that I really like about the game. It's really quite unique. I haven't seen it done to this extent really ever. I mean, like I said, Jurassic World Evolution has done it a little bit, but not at all to this extent. So why do the ducks? Okay, so the ducks go over here. That's fine. The ducks, for some reason, with the geese or the gooses, whatever, don't get along. So there's, as you would expect with different animals, there are some issues where you can't put the animals with certain other animals. Obviously, you can't put a capybara with a lion or a capybara with a bear. So those are obvious, but there's some finer points, like you can't put a pig with a goose, because the pig is an omnivore and will actually eat just about anything. The same goes with geese and ducks, they do not like each other. Rabbits and geese are fine, and rabbits and ducks are fine as well. But the ducks and geese are not fine. Horses and donkeys are fine with each other. You can check over here if they are being threatened by anything, and they are not being threatened by anything. You also can put rabbits with horses or donkeys. They don't care about each other. Obviously, a rabbit just stays out of the way of the donkeys and the horses. So yeah, let me play the game. Actually, I haven't done much playing since I've started talking, but that's usually how the start of my videos go. Obviously, I want to get you guys up to speed as much as possible. On the world map, you go here to the top and then you click on world map. On the world map, there are a bunch of different zoos, and you can trade your animals with the animals from different zoos. This is the main way to get new animals into your zoo. You can sometimes purchase the animals here from the animals shelter, but the majority of the time you get new animals by trading the animals that you currently have with the animals in other zoos. That's really the biggest way of getting new animals into the zoo. So let's bump the price of ticket admission by $1. Every couple of days I just bump my admission cost a little bit so that I can obviously keep up with the park rating. As your park rating goes up, you are able to charge more money for admission into your zoo. Over here is the breeding breeding center or nursery, and here you can breed specific variants of your animals in order to get new variants. So right now I'm breeding a brown mother and brown father in order to get a black and white baby, hopefully with a certain chance. And over here I'm breeding a brown bear and a brown bear in order to get a new bear with a 25% chance. And as you go down the line, like for instance down this line, the chances get less and less and less. So the chances of you getting a new variant decreases. So like I've gotten all of the different snake variants. It's really difficult to get these last ones. You can see there 15% chance and 10% chance in order to get those last ones. So it really takes quite a lot of breeding and crossbreeding and splicing and all of that in order to get the entire species, I guess I could say, mapped, because you actually map the genome of the particular species, and then you go over here to the CRISPR splicer, and then you can splice two different species together, like I'm doing with the duck and the snake. But you can only do that once you have discovered all of the different variants, like this. Then you unlock the CRISPR splicer for that species. And you can really splice any different animal. So eventually you can splice a bear with a snake, or a bear with a duck, or a bear with a capybara. So that's really going to be pretty awesome, I think, when we actually get to that stage. There's also a lot of other smaller minutia to the game, like you will see here, CO2 is constantly popping up, and at other places, like at my trees, there will be a -20. So let me see if I can quickly point it out. There we go, -20. So your trees remove CO2, and the traffic and the animals add CO2. So it's really, what's that? Oh, okay. So it's really important for you to have a lot of greenery and trees in order to actually keep up with the CO2 and the pollution, because all of that stuff brings your park rating up or down. Obviously, if you have a lot of trees and a lot of greenery, then your park attractiveness will go up. But if you have a lot of pollution and not enough trees to get rid of that pollution, then your publicity will go down. So there's a lot of finer minutia, like the publicity, facilities. You get bonuses from certain facilities. You obviously get bonuses from having animals. All of that stuff affects your visitors, the amount of visitors that come to your park. Also, dead animals. Obviously, animals die because of old age. Dead animals need to be taken care of very, very quickly, because your zoo visitors do not like seeing dead animals lying all over the place. For that, I do have an incinerator here at the top, but you don't unlock the incinerator from the very beginning. You actually need to get that unlocked through the research. So over here, over there, I unlocked the incinerator. So that's not something that you get from the beginning. And that means that before you unlock the incinerator, you actually have a bunch of dead animals lying all over your zoo, which is not fun, but thankfully I am past that milestone, I guess I could say. So there's a bunch of different things throughout the game that makes your life more difficult. Now I want to unlock this release hub, but I'm quite far away. It requires 40 morality. I will tell you guys about morality in just a second. I just want to see here, what is the next thing that I really want to concentrate on unlocking. I'm not certain what these things mean yet, like this purple thing over here and that blue thing over there. I'm not too certain what that really means yet. Let me just have a look here. I have 25 points right now, so I can certainly unlock a couple of things. Shelters will recover 10% of visitors' energy. I don't really like shelters, to be honest. They simply take up too much space, in my opinion. Let's have a look here. Increases decoration score. That's pretty good. That's certainly something that I could use. Yeah, let's go for that. Then if I get another 3 upgrade, then it will increase my decoration score by 5%. You can see there, if you research multiple of a specific category, so trees or plants or transport, then it will get bonuses the more you unlock, which is pretty cool. That way you can basically concentrate on some stuff, like if you want to make your zoo very good with shops, then you can go ahead and unlock all of the shops first. Like here's a shop, there's another shop, there's another shop, there's another shop. So you can basically aim for all of the different shops, even though, as you can see, you can't see what is in the darkness. You can't see what is in the fog of war. So that's something that you need to obviously take into consideration. You can't simply just go after all of the shops because you don't know where the shops are. So let me think here quickly, what do I want to unlock next? You gain research points very slowly at the beginning, and then once you get down here over here, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces from the beginning, then you unlock a second researcher, which basically doubles the speed at which you can gain research. So that's very, very important. So now you get the research points pretty quickly, but still it's not like you can just go ahead and research any fucking thing. You only gain like 4 or 5 research points per day. So if you're thinking about spending 10 research points on something like this, for instance, then you pretty much have to know that for the next 2 days you're not going to be able to research anything. So it's really quite important to spend your points efficiently. I'll go for this thing. I don't know what it's gonna do, to be completely honest with you, but let's go for it. Surveillance seems pretty cool. I'm not sure what it does, but we will see. We'll see what it does. And then I can do farms if I want to do farms, even though I don't really see the benefit of doing farms, to be honest. A vet's office I do want to get, even though I'm not sure what the benefits of that would be. Let's take this one to expand this one and this one. Savanna enclosure. That's something that I need. I definitely need savanna enclosure since some of my animals already have been asking for savanna. So there's also Arctic enclosure, which I need to unlock. Obviously, eventually you will get stuff like penguins and perhaps polar bears, so that will be good for to have the Arctic enclosure. Then you also get mountain enclosure, which are good for bears and stuff like that, and mountain lions and stuff like that. So now I have the savanna enclosure, and I'm pretty sure my hyenas actually want a savanna enclosure. So I should actually make a savanna enclosure for them, even though I don't have any space right now. I will need to unlock another space before I can do the savanna enclosure. So which space do I want to unlock? Either here or here. I think it will be better to unlock this place over here. Yeah, so let's go for that. Buy that one. The next one will cost 30,000. Wow, it didn't even go up by 5,000. It went up by 10,000. Before that, it only went up like in increments of 5,000. Now it's going up by 10,000 each time. That's pretty upsetting. So let's do savanna enclosure. I just need to determine how I am going to do it exactly. You really need to think, since space is so incredibly limited, you really need to think it through before deciding to build your stuff. I think I'm gonna... Why can't I move now? For some reason the WASD didn't want to work there. So I think let's do this. I make my roads 3 sections wide, so that I can give my people enough room to walk, since they actually take up quite a bit of room when they walk. I'm gonna do this down to there, then I'm gonna place a couple of facilities and stuff. Maybe place one of these long buildings over here. Like that. That's fine. One thing that I don't like about the game is the fact that you can't rotate your view. That's certainly one thing that I think they should consider implementing. It would be really, really good if you could rotate your display, or your view at least. Okay, all the way to there. I want to leave one space there. I guess I could leave no, don't want to leave one space. Since the you need to make your enclosure right up to the end in order to give enough viewing space. If you don't give enough viewing space, then they will be unhappy. So I think this will be pretty good. It's a pretty nice size, like that. So there we have the savanna enclosure, and then you place the gate, and there we go. We have a new enclosure. I'm pretty sure my hyenas want savanna. Yep, they want savanna. So I'm gonna move all of my hyenas. One thing that I really like about the game is the fact that it's incredibly easy to just move animals. So there we go, boom. There, all of my hyenas are now in a new enclosure. And I did it without any messing around at all. They make it really, really easy for you. These are enrichment items, just like you get in zoo-tycoon. And then we're gonna add some decorative stuff as well. Since we obviously want to get a little bit of greenery in the place. That's acceptable. And then we also add a shelter, even though it's not required. All that the shelter does is it increases the longevity of your animals, but they don't actually use the shelter. Like literally, they don't use the shelter at all. And we're gonna first have to place a water spout. You need to have a water spout in range of all of your water baskets, basically, the water buckets. So I'll place a water spout over here. That should be good. And then I can go back over here and add water buckets. Another thing that I really quite like about the game is that it is exceptionally easy to basically do everything in the game, like moving from different building menus to others, selecting different items, deciding whether you want to add animals, increase the size of your enclosure, add objects to the enclosure, if you want to inspect the animals. It's all made very, very easy, to be honest. Like, it's quite a lot more difficult in like zoo-tycoon, for instance. It's just not as intuitive as this game makes it. So that's one thing that is certainly good. These guys are running a little bit low on food. One thing that I don't like is the fact that you have to buy food manually. Like, literally, you have to buy food almost constantly. So that's something that I don't really like all that much. I would much prefer it if buying food was kind of automatic, you know? If you could just assign your keepers to do that instead of having to do that manually the whole time. So now that my hyenas are on a biome that they actually like, I now have one free enclosure over here that I can use, but I don't currently have anything to put in there. Let's have a look at the new animals that I can buy. Oh, there's a new species of pig that I can buy, which isn't too bad. So the pig we will put next to the other pigs over there. The gooses or geese we can put over here with the other geese, and the donkey and go over there. Did the donkeys also want savanna? Why did it say that the habitat, this is a grass habitat, so why did that donkey just say that it doesn't like the habitat? That's strange. It literally just told me when I moved the donkey, it told me that it doesn't like the habitat for some reason. But okay, I guess that might have been a glitch or something. I'm just gonna ignore that thing. So I have a couple of new animals now. What else did I research? Oh, surveillance. So Where is the surveillance? Let's have a look here. There should be surveillance cameras. Surveillance. Very useful building for keeping close tabs on customers' activities. Okay, well, I'm not sure what that means, but let's build it over here then. And you can actually build multiples of them, so I wonder what that would mean then. VIPs, visitors. Oh, okay, so it actually shows you what they're thinking. That's useful, I guess. So you can literally see what they're thinking instead of just clicking on them. You can obviously click on them, like where's a visitor. All of these are, there we go. So you can click on them in order to see how much money they have left to spend and stuff like that, but you can't actually get a good overview of your entire park. Whereas now, with this building, you can actually get an overview of everyone in your park. So that's actually relatively useful. I don't think I'm gonna be using it a whole lot unless I really notice a problem or anything like that, you know, then I might actually use it. But otherwise, I don't think I'm gonna use it much, to be honest. So let me just reduce this for everyone slightly. I actually increased it earlier, thinking that it would increase the happiness of my animals, but actually all it did was it made them get a little bit chubby. So I don't know why really you would want to make your animals chubby. There is actually a darker side to this game, and that is to do with the whole morality system. So the game has a good side and a bad side, good morality and bad morality. You can see here I've done some evil stuff, 10 evil, and I've done some good stuff, 10 good. So they are neutral, they balance each other out. Then when interacting with people, there's also good stuff and bad stuff that you can do. When your employees quit, you can either give them their back pay or choose not to give them their back pay. You can also overpay your employees or underpay your employees. So all of these actions, there's pollution stuff, whether you choose to use sustainable water, sustainable electricity, whether you choose to recycle, anything like that, all contributes to your morality, and they balance each other out. So if now I got 14 more bad morality or evil morality, then I would be at -1 evil, basically. So you would lose all of the good morality that you have and go into evil morality. But you get bonuses from bad morality and from good morality. So you can absolutely make a zoo or an entire playthrough simply based on good morality or on bad morality. It's not as if you can't play the game with only bad morality, for instance. You can totally do that if you so choose. So let's have a look here. I don't have more than one of those types of duck, so I'm not going to trade it in, and I don't have more than one type of that bear, so I'm gonna wait until I have multiples of those bears and that duck thing, and then I'm gonna trade in the animal in order to get new animals. So let's build a couple of shops over here. It's quite important to have multiple different shops everywhere, because shops are really important for the revenue of your zoo. Candy shop. I think that one over there is a candy shop. I don't really need one of those. Yeah, I don't really need anything else over here, to be honest. But I do, however, need some well, I need an ATM, even though I do have an ATM over there, so it's not too bad. Need a penguin bin. Let's put that one over there. And then it's too dark. Visitors are leaving. Okay, that's fine. Let's do something about that light. There, and then there, and there. I think that should be good. Let's have a look at the light overview. 90%. Yeah, that's fine. Ideally, you want it at 100 or above, so okay, that's fine. Let's see if I can't place a few more lights. Over there. It should be good. Yeah, if your zoo doesn't have enough light, then your patrons will simply leave at the end of the day, and you don't want that to happen, because you want them to stay as long as possible in your zoo. So at the beginning, once you start a new playthrough, the zoo closes at something ridiculous like 3 o'clock. But if you do research, obviously through the research hub, then you can make it so that your zoo closes later and later. So currently my zoo closes at 8 p.m. but you can even increase that more with research. So conceivably, your zoo will be able to close at like 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock in the morning even, depending on how many more research options there are further down the line. So habitat, are you telling me that the habitat is not good? So do they need savanna? Let's have a look. Nope. So what kind? Oh, okay. So yeah, they need desert. They need desert. So I can actually move all of the porcupines in here then. Yes, I'm gonna move all of my porcupines over there. And they need savanna. Nope, I don't know what they need. Bears need mountains, I think. So I eventually need to get my bears into a mountain place. So now I'm gonna move all of my porcupines to the desert place over there. That will make them a lot happier. Let me just double check here. That's gonna end in 5 hours. These guys are still busy breeding. So yeah, basically you guys can see that after 5, 6, 7 hours, this is how far I've gotten. And this is how far I can still get. I mean, this map is huge, and I'm not too sure if you can go into those woods over there. I haven't tried that yet. But yeah, there's a lot of building that you can still do on the map, and like I said, you can do one playthrough on good, doing good morality as I am doing currently, and then you can do another playthrough with bad morality. So that will really be pretty interesting, because the look of your entire zoo actually changes based on whether you do good morality or bad morality. I think I need a couple more keepers, to be honest. So let's have a look here. Let's hire a couple new ones. That one is bad. That one is bad. That one is bad. Bad. That one is good. That one is bad. So we can go ahead and hire this one. That one is bad. That one is acceptable, and this one is better. Let's hire that one. That one is bad. That one is bad. This one is okay, but not really that good, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not gonna take that one. Then I just need to make sure that all of my different enclosures are covered by keepers. So I'm gonna assign them a zone. Assign each of my places a zone. That one already has like 3 keepers on it, but it's pretty damn dirty. I don't know why it's so dirty. I already have a bunch of keepers assigned to this one. Oh, the food supplies are pretty low. Let's buy new food supplies. Let's go over here. Buy new food supplies for everyone. That's fine. I'm not sure if I can check let's have a look here. Animal keeper. So here you can see who is zoned and who is not zoned. So there's no one on this one. So I can assign that one there, that one there. Assign another one there, another one here. I think that's fine. Basically, the only real problem once your zoo starts to get as big as this one is crap. There's a lot of crap on the ground. You can see all of this over here is crap. So the hygiene is a little bit low, to be honest. So basically, the reason why I allow my zoo or my enclosures to become so overpopulated is for the animal black market. So the way that you deal with animals and the way that you deal with overpopulation in this game is a little bit convoluted. It plays heavily into the morality system. So once an animal gets too old, so let's have a look at a very old animal. This one, for instance, I don't think it's the oldest one in here. Is there one older than that one? No, it doesn't seem like it. So this is pretty much the oldest goose that I have in here. Once it reaches the end, it will die. So you have the option of setting that animal free at any time during its lifetime by pressing here on donate. That will make it so that the animal doesn't die and leave a corpse in your zoo, obviously. But it costs you money. So it costs $25 in order to donate an animal. Or you can sell the animal to the black market. But because you do not know how that animal will be treated, and in fact there's a very good possibility that on the black market the animal will be abused, if you sell it to the black market you will gain evil. You gain 1 evil per animal that you sell, and you gain 1 good per animal that you donate, up to a maximum of 10 evil or 10 good. So you really have to weigh the pros and the cons of, do you want to donate or do you want to sell to the black market? If you sell to the black market, you get a lot of money. Instead of it costing you $25 to donate the animal, you actually get money. So you literally get paid in order to give away your animals. But the black market seller does not want old animals. The black market seller pays a lot for newborn and young animals. The younger, the better, in fact. So you basically are selling all of your young, healthy animals to the black market seller. Now, the black market seller pops up every now and then. I don't see him right now. He comes around like once every week, perhaps. So you really need to keep your eye out for when he comes, because the way I currently have my zoo set up, I gain an insane amount of money from the black market seller compared to what my zoo can normally generate. My zoo generates about $3,000 to $4,000 per day, so that's like times 7, that's about $21,000 in a week. But when the black market seller comes around, I can generate like 60,000 by simply selling animals to the black market seller. So 60,000 compared to 20,000, I think you would agree it is much more economically viable to sell animals to the black market seller instead of just concentrating on shops and the income that you get from ticket sales and stuff like that. But as I said, you really need to wait for the black market seller to come around I'm not sure when he comes around, but he will eventually come around. In fact, there's multiple black market sellers actually, there's not just one. And you just basically have to wait for him to come around. You have to let your animals get as many as possible, basically. You basically have to play on the edge of your animals being extremely overcrowded. As you can see, they're still in spacious, at least, because this enclosure is very big. These guys over here are in the middle of acceptable, so they are way more overcrowded than these guys over here. But hopefully the black market seller will come around in the not too distant future, hopefully. Let's have a look here. These guys want some enrichment items. So let's place down a couple of enrichment items. There we go. They're now happy. They don't want any more enrichment items. Let's buy food again. So yeah, I basically am now just going to wait for the, you see there 5,000, so my zoo makes 5,000 per day. Built-in cola vendors. Holy shit, I don't actually like cola vendors. Ah, there's the black market vendor. Speak of the devil. This is actually a new black market vendor. I haven't dealt with this guy before because the more animals you sell to him, the more relationship you gain with him. So you can buy an animal from him for $5,000 if you want. A spliced animal. That's what makes it so expensive. It's a spliced animal. But I'm not going to do that. I am simply going to sell animals to him. So the first thing I do is I sell all of my youngest animals. So all of these I'm going to sell. I am also going to sell all of the females that are not pregnant. So I literally sell all of the males, and then I sell all of the females that are not pregnant. And that literally just leaves me with pregnant females. And you might think, okay, well, how do you then repopulate the population? Well, that's simple. The babies that come out of the pregnant females, some of them will be female and some of them will be male. So those baby males will then simply grow up and they will then populate all of the females once again. So that is how I am able to sell all of the females, the non-pregnant females, as well as all of the males, irrespective of age or anything like that. I don't care if they're young, I don't care if they're old, I simply care if they're pregnant. If you are pregnant, then you can stay in my zoo. If you are not pregnant, then you will be getting whisked off to the black market, unfortunately. That's just the price of living in my zoo. So you can see here, this goose only sells for $33. Whereas this one, with the same variant, sells for 6 times that. That is due to the age. This one is no longer fertile and it is very old, so it sells for very little. That is basically the way how the black market seller operates. He takes and pays a lot for young animals. The younger, the better. I don't like to sell my snake hybrids. So I'm gonna keep my snake hybrids. And then I'm just gonna sell all of my other stuff. Okay, so this one is now already too old. It is a snake spliced with a goose, but it's a little bit too old, so I'm gonna sell that one for a cool 1,200. You can see the hybrids sell for an insane amount. It sells for basically 6 or 7 times what the normal animals, the non-spliced animals sell for. And that's it. Now by selling 64 geese, I get $17,000. Just like that. So basically almost a week's worth of income I have gained just like that by selling animals. So here I just want to have a look. There's actually rabbits. I don't have the full genome of rabbits yet. So let's have a look here. Rabbits. I'm still missing that one and that one. So I don't have any of these pairs. So basically what I need to do is not sell any of the white ones, black ones, brown ones, or well, how does that work? Is it male, female, male, female? Okay, so are you telling me I don't have any floppy ear females? Is that what you're telling me? Let's have a look here. That's not a floppy ear. I don't see any brown floppy ears over here. Let's have a look over here. Nope, that's not the brown floppy ear either. So it seems I have sold all of my brown floppy ears in the previous time. So I have the black floppy ears, but not the brown floppy ears. So that means that I am going to have to concentrate a little bit on getting the population up. So I want brown floppy ears and I want white ones. I don't have any white ones anymore, and I do have black ones, I think. I have white ones. I have a white one over there. Literally, it's showing me I have a white one. So where is the white one? Are they simply hiding? Well, let's have a look here. Animals. Not. Oh, there it is. This one. So that's a white female. Okay, so it's a white female. Let me just get my head around this. It's a white female. So it's a white female. That means, yes, male, female. Okay. Are you telling me I don't have any males? Oh no. Do have. Okay. Okay, I think I understand. So it's male, female, male, female. So I need female black one. I don't think I have any black ones. Okay, anyway. Female black ones I shouldn't sell. And female brown ones I shouldn't sell. Okay, female black ones and female brown ones. Otherwise I can sell everything. And that's fine. So where's that seller again? It was around here somewhere. That's the thing that I don't like about the game, the fact that you can't rotate. Okay, there we go. One, there we go. So let's sell rabbits. So I'm gonna leave the black ones. These ones I can sell, but not those fat black ones. So I'm gonna sell all. Basically, I'm gonna sell each and every rabbit that isn't pregnant, that isn't black-white, that isn't black and fat or floppy ear. If that's not a floppy ear, I can sell that one. And then I think I remember a brown male. I should leave one brown male, I think. Okay, so that's a brown male. I can leave that one. So I think I have it down now. So yeah, you basically have to keep an eye on the status of your males and females and the different variants, because the different variants need to mate in order for you to get the next variants. Without the previous variants, you will not get the next variants. So you want to get the entire genome, which is quite important, because as I've already shown you, the spliced variants sell for like 6 or 7 or 8 times what the normal ones does. So if you want to get the entire variant, then you need to pay close attention to the male-female ratio of all of your different variants. But I should be safe selling off all of these, because I have now determined which 2 final variants I am missing, and that will allow me to then get those last 2 variants that I am missing. So in addition to that, what other variants do I need to concentrate on? So there's a 1 pair. I can tell these guys to breed if I want to, but I also want bears. I don't have any breeding pairs for the bears. I can make new donkeys, a new donkey variant if I want. I can make a new horse variant if I want. I can make a new hyena variant if I want. I can make a new porcupine variant if I want. New duck variant. So there's a whole bunch of different variants, new variants that I can concentrate on if I want. My pig variants are coming along quite nicely, actually. It's too bad I don't have another chicken, then I could have started with the chicken variants already. Let me have a look. Capybara. Let me see where I can get a guaranteed variant. For this one I can almost get about 26% isn't exactly very good odds. 16%, it's even worse. 26%. 26%. It seems I'm not gonna get any better than 26%. I guess I can do this one. Or do I want to do a pig? Yeah, let's do the pig. Yes, that's fine. Nursing period, yeah, that's fine, and that's fine. Yeah, let's do the pigs. It should be good. And this one is done. So I have now spliced a duck with a snake, as you can see. And I get a snackoos. And the snackoos is going into the snake pit. And then I can start making another snackoos, since they sell for quite a lot. And then I need to concentrate on getting 10 cola vendors. I don't like cola vendors because you don't get as much money from the sale of a cola beverage than what you do from the sale of a slushy, for instance. The slushies sell for much more. But in order to complete this quest, I guess it's fine to build a couple of cola vendors. It's not the end of the world. I just need to find 10 places to actually put them, which is actually the difficult part. I can remove that one. Maybe place a bench over here. Benches are good because they give your people a place to rest. Now that I have way more money, I can actually build another or expand my zoo a little bit more. I want to expand into this area so that I can increase my rabbit pit a little bit actually. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that, I think. Just like that. The next one will cost 40,000, holy crap. It's really getting more and more expensive now. Going up 10,000 each and every time is pretty insane. I do not even want to think how expensive the places are gonna be further down the line. It's probably gonna be insanely expensive. Just see here. Here should be good. And then just one more, and maybe pop it somewhere. Let's have a look. This isn't too bad. I guess I can put it there. And that will complete our quest. Yeah, $500 isn't too much, but completing that quest will mean that I can get another quest later on from that same person. Oh, there's a new bear variant and a new horse variant that I can buy. That is pretty good. So, horses go over here. Horses go over here. Bears over here. Capybaras over there. Rabbits obviously over here. So that will give me 5 new animals. What do I want to research next? Let's have a look. Arctic shelter, I don't really want that. Farm, I don't want that. Cardboard box, that's simply an enrichment item. I don't want that. I can go for a popcorn stall. That's certainly good. And then an ice cream van also. I think the popcorn stall and the ice cream van is the stuff that I'm gonna go for next, because that will increase the revenue of my zoo, which is obviously good. Let's increase the size of my enclosure over here. I think like this should be plenty big, because basically I just want to make my enclosure big enough to where I can no longer really worry and bite my nails for when the black market vendor is gonna come around again. So with a enclosure this size, I really shouldn't worry much. Oh, and I need to build a vet's office, of course. I can't forget about that. Okay, that's a very bad vet. Fortunately, I can't cancel. You literally have to take this guy. That's unfortunate. Can I hire better vets? Let's have a look here. Vet, oh, you can actually hire better vets. So let's go over here and get some better vets in here. So I'm not sure what the vet is actually gonna do. They don't really tell you what the vet does. Like when you go over here, it tells you check up on the health and treat them when ill. That's literally all it says. So, not a lot of information, but I mean, I guess it has to be built eventually, so it's not too bad. So now I have a little bit more space over here to build another enclosure if I want to. Let's build a little bit more decorative items. That should be good. That increases my park attractiveness by quite a bit. Let's have a look. Decoration. Not too bad. I don't know how much decoration stuff you're gonna have to build in order to get your decoration score up to 100. That's gonna be fucking insane if you want to get a decoration score of 100. Because currently my highest place is 56%. That's this zone over here that has this entire area over here filled with greenery, and over here as well. So you're gonna have to fucking go apeshit with the greenery if you want to get close to 100%. That's gonna be pretty insane. So let's have a look. Food stocks. Are looking good. So yeah, everything is looking pretty good. Now I can just basically wait until I have 2 species of that duck and 2 species of that bear, and then I can get some new animals in here. So let's fast forward the game a little bit. I do, however, just want to sell more animals before the end of the day in order to maximize the amount of money that I can get today from the black market seller. Since he shows up very rarely, to be honest, so you want to sell at the beginning and end of the day before he actually leaves. So let's fast forward a little bit. That crisper is almost done, 4 hours. Fast forward a little bit more. I should probably put lights in this area before the people start to complain again. That should be good. Yeah, that's good. Enough light everywhere so that the people don't leave when it becomes dark. Let's see if there's any good zoo keepers. One is pretty good. That one is pretty good as well, but this one is a little bit better. In fact, he's quite a lot better since he's level 19. And this one is acceptable. Let's take this one. Okay, let's just grab the seller before he actually leaves. You can see I'm on 46,000 right now, but I can still squeeze a bit of money out of this guy. So let's sell. There's actually, okay, no, these are geese. I already have all of the geese. It's the ducks that I need to have a look at. Because I don't have all of the different duck variants, but I do have all of the different geese variants. So these ones we can go apeshit and sell basically all of them as long as they're not pregnant. That one is pregnant, pregnant. Okay, that's another smooth 6,000 in the bag. Have a look at the rabbits again. There's a bunch of newborns. Can't remember, was it what was it? Rabbits. So I need a male brown, a male orange, and then yeah, so I just need one male orange basically, and then I don't sell any of the other types of rabbits really. Okay, let's have a look at the rabbits. I need one male orange. One thing that I think the game would benefit from is having a toggle or something like that, like you have select all, but then it says select all pregnant, or select all not pregnant, or select all of the one variant, you know? It just will speed up the process of selecting those that you want, you know? Okay, here I can basically sell all of the brown ones, I think. Since I have so many of them. Certainly sell a couple of black ones, I think. Okay, that's not a whole lot, but it's fine. They will eventually get a little bit higher in population. Snakes, I can certainly sell a lot of them. So I want to keep this one. since red is basically the best snake there is, except for my mutant spliced snake, obviously. Another 7,000 in the bag. I don't really have enough of any of the other species to really sell much, to be honest. I can maybe sell some of these brown ones. I can sell that one and this one, but that's really it. You know, the rest, to be honest, I can't really sell. I need at least one brown male. So yeah, let's keep one brown male. The rest I can sell. And that's really it. That's really all of the stuff that I can sell right now. But we went from 45,000 to 65,000. And that is from the sale that we did now. Obviously, at the beginning of this day, we sold a whole bunch of geese and rabbits as well. So, yeah, we will see just now at the end of the day how much we actually got. Usually we get 5,000 per day, even though I did spend money. And if you spend money, that actually gets subtracted from your total for the day, unfortunately. So, let's have a look at how much we actually got. Yeah, so you can see there, my profits for the day was minus 26,000. But that's simply because I bought, have at least 50% bus collection. That's fine. That is because I bought the 40,000 place over here, 30,000 place. So yeah, but anyway, I got basically like, I'm pretty sure like 40 or 50,000 from the sale of the animals on that day, even though I did spend about that much again on buying more land, obviously. There's a new bear, that's pretty good. So, bear goes over there. Capybara there, snake there, porcupines there, and a rabbit there. So, yeah, I don't like this helicopter sound. It's a little bit irritating, especially when you basically buy a lot, you know, when you buy a lot of animals. That fucking helicopter sound, it's a little bit irritating. Let's bump it up with another $1. No vet applications yet. They want me to have 50% collected. Oh, there's actually a new bus location. That's actually pretty cool. So with a new bus location, let's remove that. 1, 2, 3. Let's take all of them from there. Use all of them over here. I think these guys will have a lot of money. So yeah, let's do that. Should be pretty good. Uh, 13 research. What do I want to research next? Are there any cheap stuff down here in the middle? Not really. 3 is pretty cheap. 2 is pretty cheap as well. But I want to go for the ice cream, I think. Blah, blah, blah. Research will cut all pregnancy times to a day. Wow, that's very good. That will pretty significantly increase the speed at which you can reproduce using the nursery. Build the ice cream van. That's something that I will certainly do. Ice cream van. Just like that. Can build another one around here. And another one here. And then I want to get my beauty up a little bit, or decoration, whatever you want to call it. I do want to do a test, however. Let's have a look. Decoration. So it's at 39.8. 39.8. So we are going to go to decoration and build the most expensive tree that we can possibly do. Costs 50. 39.8. Okay, so that costs 50. Then we go over here again. So it went from 39.8 to 41.1. So that is 39.8. That's 0.3. That's 1.3. Is that correct? 39.8. Yes, that's 1.3. So I gained 1.3 by spending $50. So 1.3 from spending $50. Let's build a fern that costs 1. So 1.3 from $50. It was at 41.1. And it is now at 42.5. So there I gained 1.4. So instead of gaining 1.3, I gained 1.4. And I spent $1 instead of $50. So it's pretty evident that building the bigger things don't matter. The category does matter, since you get plants and you get trees, and you get specific upgrades for plants and specific upgrades for trees. So that does matter very much. So you either want to really concentrate on trees or concentrate on plants. It's really up to you. But to be honest, you can just basically choose the cheapest tree or the cheapest plant that you want. It really shouldn't make any difference. So my park rating is 714. It's getting up there, certainly. I see the red bus, which is the bus that carries, I think, 12 passengers instead of 8 passengers, actually gives out more CO2. Map 10 variants. Holy shit, that's gonna take a long time. Blah blah blah. So by our calculation, blah blah blah, we at apocalypse, blah blah blah, take 2 of every animal to the moon where they can start again. We need some seed funding though. Would you like to buy some shares? Sure. I mean, $10,000 isn't an insane amount. I guess so. Worst case scenario is I just wasted 10,000. Okay, so here's a black market dealer once again. I am not even ready for him, to be honest, but okay. Yes, I will use him. I can actually send him to prison if I want to, which will get me an additional morality. I might actually want to do that. In fact, since I don't have a good relationship with this guy, or any relationship with this guy right now, I actually think I am going to do that. Where is he? Just show his face. And then I'll send him to prison. Let's have a look here. Goose, hyena, rabbit, pig. Nothing new. Goose over here. Rabbit. Pig. Hyena. And then go over here. It should show me the VIP. What are you doing? Okay, and then blah blah blah. So where's the dude? He actually left my zoo before I could even like talk to him or anything like that. The black market vendor. That's the first time that has happened, where literally the black market vendor just leaves before the end of the day. That's pretty weird. But okay, it's not the end of the world. Let's have a look over here. I actually forgot I want to increase the price of all of the cola places. That's another thing that I don't like about the game. The fact that you can't increase the price of all the shops throughout the entire map. In Zoo-tycoon, or Planet Zoo, whatever, I think it's Zoo-tycoon, you can do that. You can increase the prices of all the shops of a specific type with just like one click, you know. But here you have to do it individually, which is a little bit of a schlep, to be honest. So that's definitely one thing that I would like the devs to change. But it's not the end of the world. You do it once for every vendor or shop, and then it is done. And that's fine. How much does the stuff actually sell for? No, that's fine. I will leave it like that. Let's build a little bit of greenery over here. Okay, that should bump my decoration score nice and high. It's better than the 8% or whatever that it was. What else do we want to do? I don't think I have copies of this. Oh, I do have copies of this one. So we will select this one and we get 2 meerkats. That's pretty awesome. Meerkats probably will like the desert, but we're not going to put them with the snakes. Hedgehogs, we can put them with the hedgehogs. We can put them with the bears, even though the bears will probably not agree. So let's put them with the hedgehogs. That'll be pretty cool. So now we have 2 meerkats on the way. I don't have another one of these types of bears, unfortunately. So I will have to wait a little bit. There, it's that bear over there. It seems the bear doesn't want to impregnate any of the females in here. Well, that's because there aren't any females, it seems. Okay, well, there's one female. Anything else that I want to do? Let's go check out the research a little bit. Recycling center, no. Pregnancy time. This is actually pretty good, to be honest. That's a really good. So let's do that. It costs 18. Okay, so I need to wait a little bit more. Because the pregnancy time on some animals are like 8 days, so being able to reduce that to only 1 day is going to be insane. We're gonna save a huge amount of time, not having to wait until 8 days. And we reach the end of the week. At the end of the week, your electricity that you make is shown to you, used and generated. Your water used and generated. Your CO2 emissions, your methane used and generated or collected and produced. Your trash produced and recycled, your pay for your people, your employees, and then your income and your expenditure and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's what you get presented with at the end of the week. Obviously, if you are constantly spending and expanding, then your finances are going to take a bit of a hit. Who's over there? Porcupine. Over there. Ina. Here and pig. We have a new pig, in fact. Over there, a black pig. See here, I don't see any more rabbits. Oh well, there's a couple of rabbits there. Let's move the rabbits. Over here. Well, actually, I can manipulate things a little bit. I want to. What was that sequence for the breeding? I did. So it was floppy ear. I don't have any brown floppy ears. So I need a white female, black male. White female, black male. No. White male, black female. Like this one. So that one is definitely going, and then white male. That's a female. And I don't have any males of this type, unfortunately. But let's take him in anyway. And then that one. And then that one. And then let's put them in there. So hopefully they will make some good babies. Even though it's not the exact correct combination. But they will be able to make black floppy ears. And then hopefully with a black floppy ear female, I can pair a male of that type. Because I only need these two final genomes. 18, I needed 18 for the pregnancy reduce. And then there's a water sprinkler and a tropical enclosure. That seems pretty good. Tropical enclosure, something I haven't even thought of yet. So now I get the reduced pregnancy thing so that my pregnancies only last 1 day. That's gonna be really good. Wow, the success rate with these bears have been crappy. 0 out of 2 so far. So obviously, as you guys can see, I've now been playing for 2 hours and I've unlocked, like, I think maybe 1 new animal type. Let's have a look here. Oh, this one is done. The goose-sake. That goes in here, I believe. Unlocked 1 new animal, which was the chicken. I don't think I had a chicken. I did have a donkey, I did have a horse. Did I have a badger? Yeah, I did have badgers, I believe. So like 2 hours and I unlocked 1 chicken. Like, just imagine how long you're gonna have to play in order to unlock like everything. The camel, the lemur, the seal, flamingo, kangaroo, lion, giraffe, hippo, rhinoceros, elephant, buffalo. Like, just really, you're gonna have to play a long time. Like I said, it'll probably take around like 30 hours just to be able to fill out this entire place. And your research. It will actually take about 30 hours going at the pace that I'm currently going to fill out my research. And that is assuming that the research doesn't get insanely more expensive, because here at the beginning the research costed like 1 research or 2 research, and now like these ones here costs like 11 research, 13 research. I've already researched 1 thing here that was like 20 research, so things do absolutely get more expensive as you go outward. So I'm imagining these things over here are gonna cost like 50 research probably, which is insane. So yeah, it's pretty evident that there's a gigantic amount of content to unlock. Not just the different research, but different animals. And then once you've unlocked that animal, like the chicken for instance, then you need to unlock all of the different variants of the chicken. Then you need to unlock the mutated variants of the chicken, and then you need to splice the chicken with all of your other stuff. So then you can splice the chicken with a goose, you can splice a chicken with a bear, and yeah, just to really go on from there. It's really quite there's quite a lot of depth with the game, like really a huge amount of depth, to be honest. And that's really just something that I like about the game. I've got all of the pigs. That's really awesome. And now I can make big snakes and big gooses. That's awesome. So let's wait for this pregnancy to complete. You can see now I've got the golden pig. Just gonna wait. Oh wait, I have to wait for the pregnancy to complete, and then I have to wait for the what do you call it? Nursing. Yeah, the nursing to complete. Okay, that's gonna take quite a while. But now I have the golden pig. Let's have a look here. You see, now I have the CRISPR unlocked, and I can splice pigs with snakes and pigs with ducks. That's gonna be pretty cool. Let's see if I get any new animals. I get a new donkey and a new armadillo. That's pretty awesome. We'll place those. Okay, the donkey goes over here. Armadillo, I need to place, I need to find a home for. The meerkat goes with the porcupines, the hyena, with the hyenas, horses, It would have been cool if the donkeys and the horses could crossbreed, but they can't, since I have had donkeys and horses in the same enclosure for a long time now already, and they have not yet crossbred. So that sucks. I would have really liked to have a zonky or a zorse, since you actually get zonkies and zorses in real life, but you don't get them in the game. That would have been really cool. But yeah. Have a look here. I wanted to figure out what this guy actually does. Let's have a look. Where are you? Over here. What do you actually do? No, go back over the way. Like, I don't really understand what the vet does. That's another thing that the game is a little bit lacking on, is information. They need to tell you what actually is the benefit of having a vet, because this bastard is expensive. 320 salary is a lot. Like, if you compare it to like my zookeepers, they only cost 100. This bastard is costing 3 times what a zookeeper costs. I mean, that's a little bit ridiculous. Let's have a look if we can hire a better vet. Here. No vacancies. Okay, well, I can very quickly create a vacancy. Where's the vet now? Over there. Okay, we will fire you. Yes. Pay the money owed. Owed 2,000. That's owed wages. That's fine. Then we go over here. We get a vet. Which one is the best? That's pretty good. Level 9. That's bad. That's bad. That's very good. And that's also very good. So that compared to that, this one is clearly better, so we will dismiss that one. And this one is very good as well. So we can actually maybe take both. Let's take both. That one there, and then let's just build another clinic. Facilities, vet office. This takes a huge amount of space actually. I can't place it over there, but let's do this. Just arbitrarily place that over there. And then place the vet office over here. Boom, and then yes, we will hire that one. I believe that's the one that I wanted to hire. Yes, it looks like it. Go over here. Okay, well that's fine. We can actually close the search. Well, I mean, I guess I can leave it open. Yeah, it's not the end of the world to leave it open. That's fine. That one is actually very good. Ernesto. Oh no, I already have that one. Yeah, I already have that one employed. Then let's quickly have a look at Animal keepers, are there any good ones? That one is very good. That one isn't good. That one is bad. That one is okay. That one is bad. That one is very good. This one is the best. And this one is also very good. Take that one. So yeah, guys, I, to be honest, have not even scratched the surface of the game, and on this playthrough alone I've now spent like 8 or 9 hours playing the game, and as you can see, I'm not even close to reaching the end of this map. I'm not even close to having my research finished. I mean, look at this. All of this is still filled with research. Like, there's a couple of screens of research that I haven't done yet. That's gonna take a long time to do. I haven't even scratched the surface with the various different animals. I mean, lions and flamingos and rhinoceroses and seals and all of that shit. I haven't even touched them yet. I haven't even unlocked them. Never mind all of their different variants. So yeah, when the devs say 300,000 different variants of animals, then they are not screwing around. So yeah, guys, to be honest, like I said at the very beginning of the video, this is probably the best sim game that I've ever played. The best city sim, zoo sim, economy sim, call it what you want. It's the best game I've ever played in that genre. And to be honest, it's very close to being the best game that I've played in the past probably 5 years. I think Witcher 3, when did Witcher 3 come out? Witcher 3 I think was 2014 or something like that. No, it can't have been 2014, it must have been more near maybe 2015 or 2016, I think. Can't have been 2014. But if Witcher 3 wasn't released in the past 5 years, then honestly this is probably the best game that I've played in 5 years. It's a really, really good game, and I'm just absolutely dumbfounded how this developer created this good of a game. I had a look at the other games that this developer has created. With shortage, where on earth? I've had a look at the other games that this developer created, and to be honest, all of the other games, from what I can see, that this developer has created are just not good, to be honest. Like, the reviews on them are like 50% positive, 60% positive, you know, like, honestly not very good games at all. And then they come out with this game that is just an absolute banger of a game, like just a monster of a game in the genre. Like I said, it kicks Planet Zoo, Roller Coaster Tycoon, City Skylines. It kicks all of those games right in the balls, and really the only way how this game is inferior to those games is the fact that it doesn't have such good graphics. But it costs $20, so it's a lot cheaper than, for instance, zoo-tycoon. Zoo-tycoon costs, or Planet Zoo, whatever, costs $100 for the full game, whereas this game is just $20. So honestly, this game is an absolute banger and only costs $20. So yeah, guys, I really cannot recommend this game enough. If you are a fan of city games, city management games, city sims, like I am, then this game will keep you busy for probably 50 hours or more. So really, there's so much content in this fucking game. So yeah, guys, honestly, I can't recommend the game enough. We'll put the link to the Steam page in the description below. So yeah, guys, thanks a lot for watching. As always, it would be really appreciated if you could support the channel on Patreon, or if you could buy any games. If you're thinking about buying games on Steam, it would be really appreciated if you could use my nexus.gg link in the description below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.